Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver and today we have a Celestial Tiger for you. And yeah, you can tell by the title and thumbnail, this is a bit of a special one. So it's been a long time in the making, but let's just get into it for now. We start off with pretty medium shops. We take a unicorn to start, put an extra stat on it with magic research. We do manage to keep the stat with exactly 1 toughness remaining there against a 4 unit board on 2.1, but from Loki. But yeah, so we get the shop next, which is not great. I think we just need to maximize our board effectiveness right now, so we just take 2 evil characters. They're not exceptional or anything, but I mean they're okay. They're the best options we had there. We get a decent shop here on 3.0 though. We're gonna get to buy a royal and flip this Lonely Prince and also buy this good support. There's a couple different combinations of characters that we could buy, but I think we're gonna go with the support plus the sure shot and lock the Lonely Prince. We could just buy like the sure shot plus the Lonely Prince, and then take a roll. But I mean, I think we want to get the support going here, anyways. Make sure to support both our good characters as well. We win a pretty easy one against Horde Dragon there. And we get rewarded with a pair in our shop here. We get to take our Lonely Prince, which gives us a little stat boost. Nothing in this shop super interesting to us, and there is another unicorn. We are going to sell down for it. We just need to get as many pairs going as we can on Tiger, especially while we still have a decent amount of health. It's a pretty few characters on this 3.1 Geppetto board, so we do handle them pretty easily here. And we get our triple from our Minotaur here. And I think it's going to be a pretty easy Fountain of Youth. Just give +2/+2 to all our good characters. It's just a decent infusion of stats, which is exactly what you want in Tiger. You want to take those tempo treasures early if you can. Just like keeps you alive long enough for you to sort of pair up some other stuff, because eventually you'll find those powerful things like lock chest and like treasure map and whatnot, sarcophagus, things that'll carry you into the late game. So the early tempo is just very nice here. That's a very big Vampire there for the Share Bear. Fortunately for us, we do manage to knock it down, so we're not going to take golden damage. We do lose the fight though to the Queen of Hearts. Pick up another pair here on 4.0. There's a Heartwood Guardian which has enhanced stats with our Fountain of Youth, but I don't think we want to invest in that. There's a Medusa as well as a Soul Tack there. We decided to pass up on those. We're just going to take the Cindy here. It also flips our Lonely Prince, lets us play another good on board. And then we can find a Mix of Whizzle. We're just going to fire it off onto the Minotaur, which turns into a Stag. Good for at least 1 turn here. And there's a triple for our Lonely Prince. We are going to fire off the Shard on the temporary Stag, though, just to keep the higher tier character. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna be able to take down a Trophy Hunter board as well here, knocking them to 15. This Fountain of Youth, the stat infusion, actually working pretty well. Speaking of a stat infusion, I think that we're just gonna take the Shepherd Sling. Most of our board, our whole board is level 2 and 3 characters still, even on 4.1. Big Book of Spells is something you can't really take on Tiger unless you're like already hatballing. If you're already hatballing, then it's incredible, but it does cut into your shop. So you see less characters if you take Big Book of Spells on Tiger, as you see 3 spells a turn. Happy to pick up a Friendly Spirit here. And we might as well fire off this Beauty's Influence. It makes this Princess White into a good character and enhances its stats from our treasures as well. Or it gets the bonus from our treasures after that. That's a decently sized donkey. We don't have the biggest backline, but fortunately we're able to take it down in 2 hits and it doesn't cause us too many problems. We get another level 2 treasure. We're really looking for that lock chest. I do like Secret Stash a lot. It's, I feel like we're not exceptionally strong, so being able to like gain 6 health and gain a bunch of gold is very appealing. But I mean, I think we're just gonna go with the Crown of Atlas. We got this Copycat in shop. We've got this Friendly Spirit. We can play some Copy Spirit for a bit, and then maybe set ourselves up for Copy Boy. Also, there's a Polywoggle that's got a pretty decent stat line. So we snap that up as well. Also, we would like to cast another spell. Unfortunately, we don't find anything that was like super relevant. We do end up with a Masquerade Ball here in this shop, and I think we are going to sell down for it. The pair of Romeos is also something that's kind of interesting. Just because, like, I mean, of course we want treasure map, but we end up selling out of a couple characters to cast the Masquerade Ball just so we can finish the Cindy treasure, and we do find the locked chest that we've been kind of digging for. So we snap that up. Well, I mean, it's a little bit late, but I think I mean, for Tiger specifically, it's 100% still worth it. We get our Copycat attack, which puts some stats onto our Lonely Prince there. But the Loki, who is 2 XP up on the lobby with a sarcophagus and a bounty board and a full sleigh backline, is just a little bit too much for us there. We pick up a Wombat, which is enhanced by the fountain as well as the crown. And there's another Wombat, so a decent little tempo turn there, getting a pair of Wombats that add a bunch of stats to our board. We get an attack with our Copycat with some board space for our Wombat summon, so that's great. Fates' board is definitely not weak, but I think ours has a little bit more to offer here. So we do get the win there against one of the top boards, which is nice. We're just going to use this Feed the Kraken just to get 1 extra gold out of this bossy, because we basically just want to roll down, and we want to find like our Wombat triple. We want to find another Copycat if we can, and we want to make sure that we find some way to put more stats on our board. I mean, the double double Polywoggle doesn't necessarily do that, but we do take it anyways. And we find a Hermes Sandals. And we're gonna take the Hermes Sandals over the Fountain of Youth here. So yeah, now we've got a Golden Poly on board, and we're not gonna play this Friendly Spirit. We are gonna keep the Copycat in 2 though, and just before the end of the turn there, we did lock a shop that had double Friendly Spirit for the triple there, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, we don't get the Poly Slay here. There's just a little bit too many stats on the Geppetto board, and I mean the whole front line is just a little bit too clogged up for us. And yeah, they've got so many summons going on that we just aren't able to keep up, and we do take a big hit there. Drop to 13 from 9. First our luck chest pops. Our first treasure is going to be a Fancy Pants, which is fine with the Friendly Spirits in the shop. And our second treasure is Treasure Map, which I mean, with the pair of Friendly Spirits in the shop is fantastic. So we keep the Fancy Pants, and we ditch the Hermes Sandals, and we find a Holy Grail. On 5.2, Holy Grail is exactly what you want. So we just jam that, and yeah, no, we're kind of set up. We could just roll down. I mean, our intention right now is just to roll down and find as many good boys and copycats as we can, basically. I mean, preferably more good boys than copycats, but also we come upon this shop which has a double chicken, and I think you know what we're hoping for here. I mean, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. So yeah, let's all just take a moment and and hope. There's a lot of stats on this board. Fortunately for us, our Wombats are very big and enhanced by that Golden Friendly Spirit. We start our Grail turn, and the first thing we do is triple this chicken, and there it is. We got it. We did it. We didn't skip it this time. 3rd time's the charm. I know I've got 2 other videos of me passing by Piggy Bank with on a Holy Grail turn on my channel. Literally my most viewed video. If you want to go watch that, yeah, you can watch me skip Holy Grail. That's the first time. The second time, I also did a little edit like I did there. It was much more of a frustrating edit. It was a little sadder for everyone. But yeah, we're not seeing any good boys in these shops. So we're gonna take a relevant 6s as we are whenever we can here. We took a pumpkin, and we tripled our Wombat and got a Hand of Midas, and we're just we're gonna Midas our Herc here. There's another pumpkin. We're just gonna slip those pumpkins onto the board as soon as possible. And also, so I should say, for those that don't know how this works, basically, like, Holy Grail gives you 1,000 gold, of course, more gold than you're ever going to spend in a game. And Piggy Bank says your gold does not roll over between turns. You can see me highlighting it there. And yeah, so what that means is basically I have infinite gold for the rest of the game. I can just spend and spend and spend, and I'll just keep making money. Especially, or also Piggy Bank does say that you gain interest for every 5 gold, which is doubled by Celestial Tiger, by the way. So yeah, you can see now we are up over 2,000 gold, I believe. And yeah, it's just gonna keep growing and growing. No matter how much gold we spend, we're very, very rich. And and yeah, and also we're gonna take the Mimic, which is gonna increase the interest as well. Not that we need it, but I mean, numbers go burr, right? That's what we like. Who doesn't love watching numbers go up, right? It's not often we get to see the number in the top left go up to that height. So this is again, this is a fun one. Unfortunately, we still haven't seen a single good boy, not a single one. So we got out of our crown a while ago, just because I mean they're just not showing up. So we needed to come up with a plan, and we decided to move into pumpkins. And my goal right now at the moment with pumpkin here, like honestly our comp isn't really filling up that fast. Also, sorry, I completely glossed over the fact that we have Embiggening Stone with Mimic. Just like, so everything the triple is just going to be absolutely enormous. But yeah, right now my plan is just to fill the board with as many pumpkins as possible, and then like just triple some Neans or something, and or level 5 characters, and search for Portal, and just see how many Portal stats we can get, because that seems fun. We finally found a good boy. We're probably not playing it, but we did find one. We're gonna switch heroes into Grandmother here, or Big Bad Wolf, I should say. We're just gonna give our board +5/+5. Makes our pumpkin summons much better. We get to triple a. There was a summoning portal there, but we don't quite want to get out of Embiggening Stone, and we of course don't want to get out of Piggy Bank. I mean, that's our income. Also, we don't want our gold to go away at the end of turn, right? So. There's like a consideration for getting out of Embiggening Stone or Mimic here, but I decided we just want to keep the Embiggening Stone and keep these giant shops going. We'll find another pumpkin here. So yeah, we don't have a ton of pumpkins, but you can see the size of our Medusa. Even just our Medusa triple is very substantial. We knocked Loki down pretty hard there. Now we have Geppetto to deal with. We could have just fired off like a knighthood, but decided against it. Also, we've seen a number of good boys now, which is, I mean, not a lot, but still. There's another one. It's kind of taunting us now that we switched gears. The good boys decide they want to show up. I mean, we have tripled in Ashwood, which is like it's obviously like trees are very, very good, and like I mean I don't know, I just kind of am a pumpkin aficionado, I guess. I like pumpkin. I know a lot of people think pumpkin scam, and it's whatever. We did pass a Burnbeard there, which we maybe should have picked up, but like I said, my plan right now at this moment is to just fill the board with as many pumpkins as possible, and then find Summoning Portal, and just see what kind of silliness we can do with that, with a Mimic Pumpkin Portal with a board full of pumpkins. But we're gonna buy Burnbeards and stuff just as like a hedge, basically, because we did see a few different Slay players. Alright, do a little bit of scam against the summons here. They do have a lot of stats though. That Golden Bearstein is definitely no joke. And honestly, it's like summons is pretty well positioned against Pumpkin Scam, I think. Just because unless you're attacking the back line, then generally they've got enough characters to kind of deal with you, unless you find like those really good scam pieces. Fortunately for us, our Medusa is large enough to tank a couple hits there, and we do come away with the win. Although it looked pretty sketchy at the end there. So like just pumpkins, clearly not ideal. It definitely doesn't have the same power as like say like a tree comp. Couple more good boys there. Just making note of them as they were absent before, but again, I've decided to make an appearance now. Also, we are well over 4,000 gold now. And if you look at it, take a look at the top left. We missed a pumpkin triple, unfortunately, and a health pot, which we should be buying every health pot we see as well. We missed a couple health pots there. We did eventually find another Oni, which we were sorely lacking, and would find a Pigomorph at the last second, and we fire that off. So we take out their lightning dragon there, and yeah, they're like we saw that they've had a slay comp for quite a while. They had a bounty board pretty early, and it looks like they've really managed to assemble pretty decent slay comp. They don't have Empress P yet, so their backline is still like pretty bad. But yeah, things are not looking exceptionally good for us here. So like if we can't scam this Yorm, it like the Yorm is just going to keep eating our summons over and over again. And yeah, missing the Yorm on the 50-50 and then Yorm hitting our Medusa before the pumpkin is really bad for us. All right, we finally get the scam on Yorm for. It takes a long time, but we do manage to take it down, and we needed to because we are at 3. We just lost that combat, and yeah. Okay, Pumpkin not great against the Yorm comp. We might need to audible here. We do find an Oni, so we're gonna get a Beginning Stone now. We're gonna get a Wand Pigomorph, or sorry, a Mimic Wand. So basically we're on the hunt for Pigomorph now, because like a triple Pigomorph should be enough to shut them down, and if not, we're gonna start taking trees, and we're basically just gonna hope that we can get enough trees assembled here to get it done. We do get a golden echo wood, and we're just going to replace our pumpkins now with these trees. I did make a mistake, like I didn't quite have time to get the echo wood up into the front line, and they do get the slay on my ash wood. That's where the echo wood should have been, so them getting that slay is like a little bit unfortunate, but we did manage to scam one Yorm, and the second one just wasn't quite big enough to be able to take out our burn beards, so we are going to win this pretty handily at the end. And yeah, all we needed to do was just switch into trees. I mean, the answer is always trees with Grail, right? We tried doing something fun, but opponent was like, I'm gonna counter that strategy, and yeah, make you almost lose a game that had piggy bank with Holy Grail. But yeah, this was I don't know, this was a ton of fun. You can see on the results also this was the 4th win in a row at the end of a stream. So this is a really cool one to end off on. And a game that I've been kind of looking for, like that's been kind of missing from my my content library for like kind of special comps or whatever. And yeah, so I'm really glad to finally have this one posted and for y'all to enjoy, and for myself to enjoy, I guess. Anyways, please let me know what you thought. Yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this. Please leave a like, subscribe. Comment, do all that fun stuff that helps the algorithm. I would very much appreciate it. Just at a loss for words, I guess. Anyhow, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.